the word I would use to describe my sound, and this is a word I've heard as well without me saying anything, is refreshing. You know, like fresh reggae. The word I get all the time is sweet in a way as well, and a bit of a purity. So for me, I feel like what sets me apart is my voice, of course, is very raspy. It has this like very silky, sexy undertone, but my story and how it comes out in my performances really set me apart. So, I mean, everybody sounds dope, right? But I think my story does that little like hook, line, and sinker. Yeah.
You know, it's sweet and deadly. This is the original Paradise Plum Naomi Cowan, representing for Deadly Official, the whole London and JA crew unite. Ciao.
One of the reasons why I thought this would be a dope place for us to come to is because there's a lot of, well, not for me personally, but a lot of history here for my dad. So my dad used to work with Bob Marley. He was not only his really good friend, but he was his tour manager for his European tour. And then when Bob wanted to start Tough Gong as a label and as a recording studio, he hired my dad as a marketing manager to help him set up the whole thing. So my dad actually closed down his booking agency for a little bit to be here. So he used to have an office, you know, in this very same house. And as a kid, I grew up coming here a lot for, you know, every year on February 6th, we come here for Bob Marley's birthday, or Earth Strong, as we like to call it. So, you know, even today I'm participating in some of the Earth Strong activities. So for me, even though I was obviously not around in the 70s when reggae was just, you know, alive in Jamaica in a special way, but I know the place has a lot of history, and so, yeah. I grew up in the music industry, so I know I've always heard music, literally probably from when I was in my mom's belly. Like, I found videos of my mom performing, and she was like, oh, I was like 6 months pregnant with you there, you know what I mean? She hit it well. So I know my love affair for music started as an embryo.
Silence, we're spending time on the regular. We'll pass the days when you just call me from my cellular. If I'm the book, then you're the editor. You know we always bringing out the best in us.
I always try to fuse different sounds so that I'm not necessarily pigeonholing myself as well. Because my influence is also, when I first started songwriting, all I was writing was stuff that sounded like Corinne Bailey Rae, because she's like one of my favorite artists. There's another Australian artist, his name is Matt Corby. He's really dope. So a lot of my influences are really more on the indie, acoustic, soul side of things. So even though some of the instrumentals I'm getting from producers have a little bit of like an R&B trap feel, so when I hear something that's not directly reggae, I put a reggae vocal on it, so, or singing patois, so that you're like, oh, she's from the islands.
'Cause you see all of me. Yes.
Yeah.